When girls don't get enough of the right kinds of food, it's not just about feeling hungry. It's about setting off a whole chain of reactions of problems that can last for generations.
In a world of plenty, close to 342 million people across the African continent are severely food insecure, with an estimated 44 million children under 5 years old affected by stunting. This and other problems associated with this undernutrition that comes with food insecurity can have lasting effects in a society, with its children being at a disadvantage in having to deal with its consequences for generations to come. It was with these problems in mind, World Vision announced a $1.7 billion campaign, aptly named Enough, with a goal of addressing the increasing hunger crisis that is affecting children across the world.
The number of malnourished people has increased from 159 to 282 million over the last 12 years. An even sharper increase of 11 million over the past 3 years since the COVID pandemic. Eastern Africa, where we are today, has the largest number of undernourished people, 134 million, followed by West Africa, where I work, 62.8 million, Central Africa at 57 million, according to UNICEF statistics. A fifth of the African population, 278 million, is undernourished. 55 million of those are children under the age of 5 years old.
Enough campaign, in line with the Sustainable Development Goal of Zero Hunger, aims to tackle the immediate needs of food assistance, as well as works on problems that arise from effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, climate change crisis, and conflicts around the globe.
Through this new Enough campaign, World Vision will focus over the next 3 years on reducing hunger and improving nutrition for 125 million children across 67 countries where they are suffering most. And unfortunately, 26 of those countries are here in Africa. So we are also committed to incorporating lessons learned, multidimensional programming targeting both the immediate needs of communities and tackling the underlying drivers to stop this cyclical nature of hunger, along with advocacy to spur action.
During the launching ceremony for the African campaign in Addis Ababa, following its worldwide launch in New York City, World Vision stated the programs aim to improve the nutritional status of children through promoting collective actions at all levels, including a call to partnership with like-minded organizations. Carmen Till, National Director for World Vision Ethiopia, had this to say about its objective and hoped accomplishments.
One is that there is enough of the right food for children in crisis. So we are calling partners to also have a commitment, specifically children affected by crisis in a humanitarian situation. How do we work together to get the adequate amount of resource to children in a really difficult crisis? The second one is about enough funding for child malnutrition. So we are inviting other donors, other partners, other organizations to prioritize resources around nutrition and food at the top of their list. Because we believe that whether it's protection, whether it's health, whether it's livelihoods, food is at the center of all of these interventions. The third is to listen to children. We are inviting partners not to overcomplicate the matter. Adults, we often speak on behalf of children, but children have their own agency. They have their own voice, often their own solution for how to come to the table. So we are encouraging partners to work with us to listen to children, to ask them for their voice. The fourth, as I mentioned, data. Children must be counted. Let's agree on counting in ways that will help us share that information so that we can divide up and tackle and target in a fair way. And the fifth, nutrition policies and services. We are inviting partners to prioritize which policies really are going to be the solution. Is there a need to update, to revise, to strengthen? But then let's implement them as partners. Let's focus our attention not just on updating and revising the documents, but let us come together and commit to the implementation of these policies.
The children-focused humanitarian agency also emphasized the visible nature of the change this campaign can make, from a call to stricter regulation of food and beverages provided to children to school feeding programs in which it said goes far beyond the nutrition but also ensuring quality education.
Now here in Ethiopia, in the Central African Republic, in Mozambique, are just 3 examples of today where World Vision is implementing school feeding programs that also seek to increase the quality of educational outcomes and are supporting girls specifically for their protection. There are solutions to some of these most challenging tackling problems that we're seeking to tackle.
The campaign is said to have a 3-year lifespan with reach across 27 countries in Africa.